Welcome to Master Tracker. What is Master Tracker? Master Tracker is a website that helps you control your cost of sales on a daily basis. So there's no more having to wait till end of month to get your results. So you can see where you are on a daily basis, and if there's problems, if your food cost is too high or your beverage cost is too high, then at least it gives you a chance to do something about it straight away and not having to wait to the end of the month to do it. The website, it's not hard to use. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes each day to load your invoices and your revenue, but we'll show you how to do that in a minute. Just running through, so you can email reports, maximize profits. It's a safe and secure website. The website's been running for almost 2 years now, and it's available anywhere throughout the world, doesn't matter where. It's easy to use, it has printable reports, but we'll go through all that. There's administrator accounts, and you can also add multiple users to one account. So that's this area here. To find out more, just click on the buttons below. It'll give you terms and conditions, contact us, frequently asked questions, that sort of thing. At the top here you can log in or you can sign up, and there's also an information button here which downloads a PDF file for you to see how it all works. So we'll just click into here because I've already put in the password and everything. So we're about to log in. No, we don't want to save the password. So this is Master Tracker. Once you've logged in, your company name will be at the top. This is just a sample view, if you like. The numbers in here are not true. However, I will go through and explain some bits and pieces to you and how it all works. So this is the dashboard, and it tells you, gives you an overview of where you are on a monthly basis. And in this area here, you choose which month you want to view. So you can view as far back as you like, as long as the information has been put in, of course. Just going down here. So your invoice totals, these are your invoice totals. These are your monthly credits, your monthly revenue, month-to-date revenue, and your kitchen percentage is here. These ones here, this is probably the most important area, is the kitchen percentage. These ones down the bottom here, so food at cost, transfers to the bar, you could do rebates, you could put anything you like in there, but I'll show you how to add those areas when we get to that. And this is your year to date over here. It'll tell you how much you've actually spent on invoices, how many credits you've had, and what your total revenue is, and what your kitchen cost of sales is. So at the top here you'll see you'll have a kitchen, you'll have beverage, you'll have minibar, and amenities. So these are all the things that you can track. Click into beverage. Just waiting for the internet to catch up. Yeah, so this gives you your beverage outlook and shows you what you've made, how much you've spent on invoices, credits, and your revenue. Okay, so we'll just click back into kitchen. Should load. Okay, so there's a few graphs down here at the bottom, and it tells you where you are as far as your cost of sales is concerned. So you can see this one sits at about 32 to 33%, which is probably a little high, but again, the program is to make sure that you know what your cost of sales are. If you run your business at 30 to 35%, at the end of the day, that's what you've decided to do. Most businesses, to be profitable, run between 28 and 30%. Yeah. So just going through here, so you can see your daily purchases against your revenue. So the green is your invoices, and the black here are any credits that you might have. The orange is any revenue that comes through. Another graph down the bottom here. So kitchen invoice total. So this is like a running totals. Just gives you an idea of what your income is like compared to your outgoings in food. So this does exactly the same as in the beverage and in the minibar and also amenities. So on the side here you'll see a bar, and so this is our dashboard, and this is where you get your main amount of information from. Now the dashboard is available to view on your cell phone, and so are all the other areas. The only area that's not available on your cell phone is you can't enter invoices on your cell phone, but you can definitely view where you're at. It'll be pretty hard to enter invoices on your cell phone anyway. So this is the daily log, and what it gives you is a date range in here, and you can see any of the dates with a circle around it. These are all past days and where you've entered information. So today we're on the 19th of September. Just to show you, we have had $333,000 worth of revenue already, and the kitchen cost of sales is 32.76%, which is, it's not great, but you know, it's not up around that 40%. Most businesses run at a third, so a third being overheads, a third being cost of item, and a third profit. Okay, you can see exactly the same with the beverage. If you click onto beverage, it just flips over onto beverage. Okay, and the same with the minibar, it'll just flip over onto minibar. But for the sake of this demonstration, we're just going to run through the kitchen. So this is what you do. You need to set up first. So you need to go to settings at the bottom here, and we'll probably just go to, you need to select your financial year and whenever your financial year would start. This section here, you've got food at cost, you've got staff meals, staff discounts, miscellaneous, transfers to the bar, and transfers to the kitchen. So if you want to view these on your dashboard, all you need to put is a tick and which area you'd like to see them. So this is the dashboard, whether you want to see them on the dashboard, yes or no, and then you click into, so the food at cost you'd want to obviously see in the kitchen area, so you put a tick in there. If you wanted to see staff discounts in the beverage, you'd obviously put a tick into there. So once that's done. There's a suppliers area here, and what happens is that you can add a supplier, and you can edit any of the suppliers. So at this stage we have a zero accounting system as well. So if you have a code that you use for your zero accounting, you can also add this into it. So any invoices that are added into the system, you can transfer straight into zero. So you're not re-entering invoices again. We're only entering invoice totals and not each line individually. You can create a supplier just by clicking on this button, and you type in the supplier name. Is there a zero account number that you'd like to use, or any other accounting software? If you have other accounting software that you'd probably like added to this website, please just email me and we will happily sort it out, so that there's so it just makes it easier. At this stage we're just adding as people or as companies want, instead of because there's so many different software programs out there. So add your contact person, whoever that might be, Tom, Dick or Harry, and their phone number, so that all the staff know once I've clicked into here that, hey, this is where we get everything from. So the daily log entry is probably the most important area. So what happens is that you'd get your invoice and you type in whatever company that delivered your product. So at this stage we'll say it was Bidvest Fresh, and they had an invoice with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, and then you have your own order number, which might be this number here. This area here is you enter your invoice total without tax, okay, because most companies work without the tax. They don't include tax into anything. If you wish to include the tax, you can, but just be consistent across the board, and so when you put your revenue in, it must include the tax. If you're working without tax, you obviously need to enter the revenue without the tax. So for this, we will just put in $500 as the first invoice, and we also had a credit from them which was $20, and there were no, we could do some staff meals today. So how many people did we have for staff meals? We had 20 people for staff meals. The cost per person was $2.60, equals a total of, you could make a note here that it was chicken today or anything like that. Okay. Transfers to the bar, same thing. You can either just put a dollar amount, which maybe was $10 for yourself today, and then obviously tomorrow you'll find out what the revenue is. So tomorrow morning, because today hasn't actually finished yet, so you just click on save, and it asks you whether you want to resume, and say okay, and that's basically it. So tomorrow morning you'd enter your revenue into this area here, and if we just go back a day, just so I can show you what it's like, we have all the invoices that have been entered, all the invoice numbers, the PO numbers, any invoice amounts have been entered into here, and credits, any credits that have come through. Staff meals, total cost was that, and revenue, there was $27,000 worth of revenue. So after you've entered everything, you just click save, and it's all done, and that gives you a 32.8% food cost. You can always go back in time, you can't go forward in time until the day has actually come. Just viewing the reports. So the reports are here. You can put any of the reports into PDF format or into a CSV file format, or you can export it through to Xero or whatever accounting software that you have. But you'll need to let me know what accounting software you have so that we can set this up for you. Invoices, it just gives you a total across here. You can choose a date range that you'd want to view. So we're going to view from July through to now. We'll say update, and it'll tell us July, August, September. It'll let you go back as far as you've put the invoices in. So it gives you a breakdown of when you purchased everything and on what day. If you want to view everything by supplier, you just click on the supplier name, and it'll bring it up as per supplier in alphabetical order. Same with, you want to see what day that you spent the most, or what credits have come through, you just click on that, and it'll give you whatever day you actually had the most by order of date. Okay, so invoice supplier by supplier, you can see here that we have all the totals, dollar figures down the side here, and how many suppliers that you've had down here. Let's have a look and see where we've spent the most. So the most we've spent at Bidvest Fresh, and that's over a 3-month period. Okay, so it's made it out to be what we spent in total. So a Fonterra milk, we spent $14,000 here. Okay, and DE Coffee 13,500. It puts it in order of highest to lowest. You can view it any way you like. If you want to view it by credits, you can do it that way as well. Okay, by clicking it again, it just reverses it. So credits were $1,000. So you can click it as many times as you like. And again, gives you the debits here and the credits here in total. Cost items. So you'll be able to see what your cost of sale items were, transfers, miscellaneous, staff discounts, all those sorts of things. They're all here, and you can export any of these to a PDF file or a CSV file to send through to your head office, or take it to your monthly meetings. Coming back to revenue here. Again, you can select the date range in any of these screens, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to know. So for July we did $476,000, August we did $663,000, and September we did $300,000. You can view it again, click the total, and it flips it the other way around for you, so you can see from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. Okay. Kitchen percentages is here, so it'll tell you what the cost of sales were, just in a graph showing you from highest to lowest, or however it came, so by order of month. Okay. Settings. Settings, so again, this is where you set your financial year. This is where you have your company details and your own details, and this is also where you create the fields for at cost items. You can put rebates in there or anything like that. What it does is it takes it off a total and it gives you a true cost of sales. But there's still enough information in here so that you can control what's happening. Staff members, again, so you might have an account owner, and you might want to invite 4 other staff to use this program. So what you're doing is you are adding a staff member, and you add their names, and what happens is you can choose whether they're just a user or an administrator. So the user won't get to see or be able to open up any of the settings. However, they will be able to enter the daily log and the dashboard. They'll be able to see, and they'll also be able to access the reports. All the other information is not available to them. So that was that. Billing information. So billing information is here. It'll tell you when your membership started, and that the membership is $475 a year in New Zealand dollars. You can add more than one company. You just add another account. Okay, so if you had 2 restaurants, you could enter another restaurant, and depending on how long the account's been running for the first restaurant, it'll just take an average for the rest of the year until the account is due again. So that's how that works. Credit card information, you can also store that in here, but that's totally up to you. Invoicing is once you've received your first or your second invoice, you can print a PDF, and that'll give you your invoice. You'll also be sent a PDF file with the invoice. And suppliers, we covered briefly before. Any of the suppliers you put into this area here, and everyone who uses Master Tracker all have the same contacts then and the same numbers all the way through. So there's no second guessing really. Master Tracker is adding rosters to the system very soon, so you'll be able to see there'll be a roster underneath here. It'll be rostering including costings, and that'll be a great new tool that's coming up. So that's it. Thank you very much for letting me do this demonstration, and look forward to seeing you on the website. If there's any more questions or anything, please just go to the bottom of the website and contact us, or just contact, and you will see in there that you can type your question in and it will come straight to me, and I will answer any questions that you may have. Again, thank you so much for letting me do this, and look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.